Decolonizing gold. Ghanaian firm secures $7.35 billion gold assets. Ghana's story is inseparable from gold. For over 1,000 years, since the 10th century AD, the region has been synonymous with the precious metal. Ancient empires such as the Ouagadougou, Ghana Empire, and later the Ashanti Empire, built their wealth and influence on gold. In Ashanti tradition, gold was not merely an economic commodity but a symbol of identity and sovereignty. The golden stool, centerpiece of Ashanti culture, embodies the spirit of the Ashanti people and remains one of Africa's most revered cultural emblems. By 1897, gold mining had become industrialized with the establishment of the Ashanti Goldfields Corporation at Obuasi, setting Ghana on a path of large-scale mining. However, throughout much of modern history, foreign companies controlled the sector. Ghana earned royalties and jobs, but the greater share of profits consistently left the country. Today, Ghana stands as a global heavyweight in gold production, Africa's top producer of gold, sixth largest producer in the world, contributing 3.94% of global mined gold output. Annual production, rising from approximately 4.8 million ounces in 2024 to a projected approximately 5.1 million ounces in 2025. Gold is not just an export commodity, it is a pillar of Ghana's economy, driving foreign exchange earnings, supporting the CDI, and shaping the country's identity as the historic Gold Coast. Despite these advantages, Ghana has long wrestled with what economists call the resource curse, a paradox where resource-rich nations remain underdeveloped because wealth is extracted without adequate domestic benefit. For decades, foreign multinationals such as AngloGold Ashanti, Newmont, and Goldfields dominated Ghana's mining industry. While these companies brought investment, created jobs, and paid royalties, the lion's share of profits was repatriated abroad. The consequences were stark. Mining communities in Tarkwa, Obuasi, Wa, and beyond witnessed the departure of gold wealth without equivalent improvements in schools, healthcare, or infrastructure. Ghana remained the land of gold, but not of golden wealth. Founded in 1997 by Ibrahim Mahama, Engineers and Planners, E&P, began as a heavy equipment services company. Over time, it expanded into one of West Africa's largest indigenous industrial firms, with expertise spanning mining, construction, energy, and infrastructure. EP's evolution reflects a broader aspiration to prove that African companies can compete in billion-dollar industries historically dominated by foreign corporations. In 2025, this vision crystallized when E&P took control of the Black Volta and Sankofa gold projects in Ghana's Upper West region, becoming the first fully Ghanaian-owned operator of a large-scale gold concession. The Black Volta and Sankofa projects are not ordinary mining concessions. They represent strategic assets with transformative potential. Estimated reserves, approximately 2 million ounces of gold. Potential value, at 2025's record peak gold price of $3,673.95/Oz, equivalent to USD 7.35 billion. Annual production capacity, approximately 163,000 ounces, around 3% of Ghana's yearly output. Projected annual revenues, between USD 293 million and USD 600 million, depending on gold price fluctuations. Beyond financial metrics, their location in the Upper West region presents opportunities for regional economic growth, decentralizing mining's benefits beyond traditional hubs like Obuasi and Tarkwa. For nearly 2 decades, Black Volta and Sankofa lay dormant due to capital shortages, inconsistent investors, and protracted legal disputes. In July 2025, E&P secured a $100 million facility from the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, EBID, a landmark deal validating the company's technical and financial capacity. Industry veteran Sir Sam Jonah described the transaction as a long overdue transformation, emphasizing that the acquisition was merit-based, not political favoritism. By resolving prior disputes, including arbitration challenges, E&P cleared the way to operationalize Ghana's first fully indigenous large-scale gold mining projects. The projects promise broad socio-economic dividends. Employment. Between 2,000 and 3,000 direct jobs and thousands more indirect opportunities in logistics, catering, maintenance, and local supply chains. Skills development. Ghanaian engineers, geologists, and managers will lead, reversing the pattern of expatriate dominance. Community reinvestment. Royalties earmarked for schools, clinics, water projects, and infrastructure in the Upper West region. Local business integration. Unlike many foreign-led operations, supply contracts will be awarded to Ghanaian firms, ensuring greater circulation of wealth domestically. This approach represents a deliberate attempt to break the cycle of extraction without development. The transition represented by E&P is more than a corporate milestone. It is a challenge to the resource curse itself. By ensuring that ownership, management, and profits remain in Ghana, the Black Volta and Sankofa projects symbolize a shift from foreign dependence to resource sovereignty. The benefits include wealth retention. Profits that once flowed abroad will now be reinvested in Ghana's economy. National pride. Ghanaians can now point to a domestically controlled mining giant as evidence of industrial capability. Community development. Direct and indirect benefits create visible improvements in people's lives, from jobs to infrastructure. If successful, this model could inspire other African nations to reimagine ownership structures in extractive industries. The Black Volta and Sankofa acquisitions are not just about ounces of gold or billions of dollars in projected value. They are about rewriting Ghana's mining story, from foreign ownership to domestic leadership, from profit repatriation to wealth retention, from resource curse to resource sovereignty. For centuries, Ghana was known as the Gold Coast, yet its people rarely controlled the wealth beneath their soil. With EEP's rise, that narrative is shifting, towards an era where Ghana's gold finally shines brightest at home. The story of gold in Ghana has spanned over a millennium, from the empires of Ouagadougou and Ashanti to colonial mining at Obuasi to decades of foreign corporate dominance. Today a new chapter begins. With engineers and planners leading the Black Volta and Sankofa projects, Ghana has taken a historic step toward reclaiming its gold legacy. Worth over USD 7 billion in reserves and projected to generate up to USD 600 million annually, these projects promise not only economic growth, but also social transformation. This is more than a mining deal. It is a story of heritage reclaimed, sovereignty asserted, and a resource curse reversed. It is the dawn of a new era in Ghana's gold history, one where the wealth of the land finally serves the people of the land. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share if you've enjoyed this video.